Hello and welcome back to a new episode of the conversion of Lifeboat Hygge. This episode is going to be about my barge. I finally managed to move off. I'm on to Hygge and I kind of promised to do a walkthrough. So I hope you enjoy this episode and I'll show you my barge. It is the 18th of November today and I am off my barge, moved onto the lifeboat. Alex is taking her over and like I said in the intro, I'll do a walkthrough. This is the bow of the boat. She's got a little stumpy bowsprit which is steel and attached, so anybody ever wanting to play chicken with her is going to be on the wrong end of her, I'm sure. I renamed her, even though that's kind of not done with boats, but the name she had was not her original name anyway. So she's called after my mum, Cornelia Anna, which especially today is quite fitting because it's my mum's birthday, 87. So congratulations, happy birthday, mum. When I got her, the coach roof was a bit lower than it is now. You can just about see this bit I made higher. When I was doing it at the time at the marina, people said, why are you bothering for that little bit of height? But once you're on the inside, you'll see why. I think it looks really neat because I haven't changed the shape on the outside really. I cut the roof off, made that higher with some acros and filled in the side bits, welding them all up. And because the handrail is there, you don't even really notice it. I've made some new lee boards for her as well, because she had the inland water lee boards which look a bit like Dumbo ears. These are much longer and more narrow. Giving her more depth and making sailing and steering her a lot easier. She does need a lot of painting doing because, of course, the last 3 years I've been very busy sorting out the lifeboat, and I'm kind of ashamed to say that I've neglected my barge quite a bit. But like I said, Alex is taking her over and he's very excited to take her on and look after her. One of the things I will have to do when she comes out this spring is hang a new rudder. There'll probably be an episode about it when I make one. The guy I bought this boat from was a steel boat builder, so he made everything in steel. She should have a nice oak rudder, so I'm going to make that for her. And yeah, in the olden days, these two black eyes in the back end used to be windows, and that's where the family would live. The rest would be the hole for whatever they were shipping, and it was usually, I think, from what I've been told, kind of manure out of the cities and potatoes into the cities. I always say that this boat was built in 1903. I don't actually know that for sure, but it's definitely kind of the right period. And she's an old girl, So I'll take you inside and see what I've been doing there. So when I bought her, she didn't actually have a cockpit, and you can still see the old line where the deck used to be. So all from that bench to this bench was all level. And because I didn't haggle about the price, I said to the guy, can you just put a cockpit in it? And he said, no, I can't, there's not enough space. But I had a measure over the engine, which is in here, and I measured that there was enough space. And like I said, the guy was a steel boat builder, so it wasn't that much of a job for him. And when he did it, he kind of swore at me, just for the reason that he never thought about it, and he had had the boat for 17 years. And he was always bent over steering, because you can see there's not a lot of height there. And he said there was nowhere else to sit on the bloody thing, and now, oh, I can see what I could have done. So, yeah, that made me smile. But it looks so much better with the cockpit. You can imagine how short the doors were. When we sailed her over to England, of course, the doors weren't in there, so they looked like saloon doors. And people thought I was absolutely mental taking the boat over with just short doors. But I said, there's water coming in through the doors, there's other shit going wrong. Right, in we go. So there's a couple of steps going in. And that's my galley, proper galley kitchen. And then to the starboard side is my wet room, or what was my wet room. Old-fashioned toilet, shower, all tiled and wipeable and whatever else. I've made all the furniture for about 100 quid, because I went to London to pick up a load of offcuts of plywood, glued them all together, doweled them all together, made the table, the seats, there's still some stuff here, the seats and the worktop out of it. Had a small fridge freezer in there, tiny compared to what I've got now, under the sink cupboards, of course. The hob, which is the same as on the lifeboat, as in gas hob, electric oven, which is full size. Then you come into the saloon, and there's storage everywhere, because the side decks, I used all the depth of the side decks for storage. That goes around the corner, that one goes even further back. This is where my telly and all my CDs were. You can tell, well, the stereo's still there, and all the racks were filled with CDs. The drawers there actually go under the seat, so they come out again a really long way. They're really big, 6 of them. Kind of the same on the sofa, 6 big drawers all the way. This is still full with spare bits for the boat, so really big drawers. So you can imagine how much stuff I've got sitting on Hygge at the moment. Behind the seat, more storage. And nice bit about the boat, and one of the first things I put in is my wood burner, because it's horrible getting cold and damp, especially on the water. And then we move further along. This is all storage, of course, and this is where the bedroom is, slipped under the foredeck. Looks like a bit of a dim, grim hole, but it's actually really nice. Again, big drawers under the bed. A bit of plywood just for holding the mattress up, really. But again, if you look at the size of these drawers, they're massive. And on the other side, kind of the same. They go under the L side of the seat as well. So again, the biggest drawers in the world, 2 of them. I have got a bit of a leaky hatch Alex knows about it. And across from the bed, I kind of had open storage. Still needs cleaning out. I mean, honestly, you can tell that I've been living on here for 10 years and stuff finds its place and never gets moved. Another couple of lockers, 4 of them next to the bed, open locker, more lockers here, which are all kind of deep because, like I said, they're the full depth of the side decks. And then you come to the part which goes under the foredeck, which might be a bit dark. I don't have any light, sorry about that. So that's a spare bunk if anybody comes to stay. It's not very high, as you can see, so you kind of have to bend over to crawl into it. It's very dark actually, but hey ho. And then this is the space under the foredeck. That's the sail locker, more lockers, kind of a workbench. As I plonk myself down, steps up, and there's a hatch. And again, there's a lot of space. Really big lockers on this side. I mean, you could near enough live in them. They are really big. So I'm a bit panicky about all the stuff on Hygge at the moment. So I'm not sure how I'm going to sort that in the short term, but we'll see. It's not the right time of year to be camping on a boat. But it just turned out the way it has turned out. And yeah, another thing is that the sofa actually pulls out into a double bed. So this comes across and fills in with another bit of mattress. And this is my barge. I bought her in 2013. Took 2 years to fit her out. She was completely empty on the inside, and I mean completely empty. I'll put some pictures up of that. And I've been living on her for 10 years, and this is goodbye. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you have, please like and subscribe. Leave me a comment, and I hope to see you on the next one. Bye.